Bit of a bore, that one.
Where did you come from?
A bit of a bore, that one.
Lord Dudley.
And he's rather rude.
Well, if I recall, you were rather rude to me when I first met you.
Well, I had fallen in with a bad crowd.
A dormouse and a March hare.
Horrible.
Well, I find you quite agreeable now.
Yes, well, prison changes a man.
Oh, dear. I had forgotten. Why were you in prison, if you don't mind my asking?
Because I murdered time. Or so they say, but they could never prove it. And, well, sentence before the crime and all that.
Was it horrible?
Worse. I was so very lonely. And they never serve you tea. And they only gave oyster shells to eat. I don't recommend it.
Prison? I don't plan on going.
Oh, no. June the 12th, I believe.
Very funny. Marrying Lord Dudley is like a prison.
No. Marrying Lord Dudley is a prison. Why?
Why what? Why marry?
Yes. It's a rule, isn't it?
Sorry?
Rule number 44. The one where you do what you're supposed to because you think you should, but you don't really want to.
Well, there are things one must do. You can't just go and do whatever it is you please.
Why not?
There would be chaos, disorder.
Because things are so orderly at present? And why him?
I don't expect you to understand.
I might. Give it a go.
Wilson, Lord Dudley, was so very helpful after Arthur passed. There were so many things to sort out, so many details. He's been very kind.
As is a waiter, but you don't marry him.
I knew you wouldn't understand.
I understand. More than you think.
Well, here you are. Oh, you here as well. I should have known. Alice, have you any idea of the time?
Oh. Brillig!
I beg your pardon?
Brillig! Tea time.
It can't be. Weren't here that long.
Well, according to my watch, it's Brillig. Tea time. Of course, it's broken, so it's always tea time. But it is correct at least twice a day.
Alice, you've kept me waiting a full 15 minutes.
I'm so sorry.
No, 15 minutes is my absolute limit.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Wilson, I'm sorry.
Tardiness is inexcusable, my dear.
It was all my fault. You see, we were engaged in conversation, and we simply lost track of time, didn't we, my dear?
Alice, I think you've kept everyone waiting long enough.
Everyone?
Lady Brimfield was kind enough to send her dressmaker.
Oh, what's wrong with the way you dress? I think it's charming.
Perhaps you are quite unaware, sir. Excuse me, Mr. Hatter. Alice will soon be Lady Dudley, and must be attired as befits a Dudley.
Oh, can I watch?
I beg your pardon?
He's teasing. Teasing.
The time for games has passed.
Oh, no, it hasn't. In fact, it's not due to start until an hour from now.
Alice.
Excuse us, please.
Dressmaker indeed. Now a hat. That takes real skill.
Oh.
George. For the world's more full of weeping than you can understand.
It will heal, you know.
You scared me half to death.
It will heal.
Of course it will heal. It's only a splinter in my thumb.
I meant the splinter in your heart.
Shouldn't you be sleeping? Or do you sleep?
Hardly ever.
Neither do I. I suppose that makes us both insomniacs.
Ah, but it's us insomniacs that knit the torn dreams of the universe together. Alice? Alice! I can hear you thinking.
You cannot.
Yes, I can. It's really rather loud.
All right then, what am I thinking?
Who is he? Is he real? Am I going mad?
How could you know?
And there's something other.
How could you be? It's just... I don't know what you are, really.
Neither do I. And that has made me very content.
Not knowing?
Yes. You should try it.
I don't think...
That's just it. Don't think. Oh, your mind is exhausting. Like a March hare jumping here and there, always trying to find its home. But it never does.
So, not knowing, that's your answer?
I don't have an answer. That's my answer.
I'm not sure, but I think I'm beginning to understand you, and I'm not sure if that's good or bad.
It's 4 o'clock. The hour before dawn. When one night's dying becomes tomorrow's rebirth. When the fragments of the mad world are knitted together in that millisecond of stillness. Before man's petty pace begins again. Sleep, Alice. You will need it. But there's quite a long journey in store for you, I'm afraid.
Let me sleep. I close my eyes and pray for the garish light of day. Like a frightened child I run from the sleep that never comes.